versus Dylan Place person from Cast Cup. My brain is short-circuiting a wee bit here, but that's all right.
What do you think? Who do you think is going to have the leg up here? Do you think that some water cards that have been recently added have a chance against Lightning, or do you think it's just a defined win?
I mean, it's not a guaranteed win. There's options, and there's options that are available, but Khai, I love you, man. Your handwriting is very hard to read. I'm struggling a little bit there. All right, I didn't realize we were changing games, although I'm fairly certain that those are Hornet tokens. Oh, wait, what are those? I just realized that's not on the Lightning. What are these decks? Is that Loveland Frogman on Kai's side of the board? Wait, is this Quetz with Frogman? Can you read his handwriting? Because I can't.
Let's take a look here.
Thank you, Antonio, for having very legible handwriting. Appreciate it. That looks like a Loveland Frogman.
I think it's a hawk.
Huh?
One of them is a hawk.
Huh. How about that? Should that be there? I'm very confused. That's okay, though. That's alrighty. I don't know what's happening. What's happening?
It is a Hornet.
Okay.
It's the Hero Quest Hornet, which is why it looks a little different.
What,
This thing here.
Okay. What's with the Frogman? Oh, that's a token. It's a Hornet token. I hate it here.
It's an interesting choice for a token.
Did he have some spell that swapped the frog? Wait. No, because very clearly Antonio has the two tokens. So what has happened? What is this board state?
No, he's just protecting himself against Busco.
They're just out to confuse me. They really are. I swear. Yeah, no, something happened there. Don't know what it was. Wood Devil's out now, and we pass, and there's a crab, and... Guys, please. We're round 5. You can't be doing this to me.
Well, it's coming close. A lot of the top players are drawing to get into the top spot.
Mm-hmm. Well, once you have the 4 wins, if you can draw out, you're basically guaranteed in.
Yeah, it might be tough, though, because there was a few draws before, and they are still battling, so it'd be interesting into round 6 how they're going to be playing things out in their matchups.
Back into it, and I believe it hit the paralysis. No, maybe not. Okay, I thought it did. Thought I saw a heads roll there, but I could be wrong. Oh, yeah, no, I'm definitely wrong if he's lightning and bottling it. And there goes the Wood Devil. Figure out what was going on there with the Frogman being on Kai's side of the board, and then the Hornets being on Antonio's, and God help me.
I haven't quite figured it out myself.
Is there a chance for a Busco? We buskin? I don't see no Busco. Yeah, no Busco. We ain't buskin just yet. Man, this guy's got all the Hero Quest cards. Here's the Hero Quest Thunderbird. Recognize that one at the very least.
Yeah, the artwork is confusing. Even Antonio here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, misses the roll on the paralysis.
Swinging back also misses.
Swing back, they both. Okay, all right. Ooh, smoking to keep the crab alive. Interesting. What? There's something going on over there. They played a Smoky. There's some dispute on the status of the Smoky. Okay. Plays another. Attacks into it again?
No, he was just resetting.
No. Okay. All right.
Just kind of showing the playthrough again.
Okay, so now we have the crab is back up. It heals itself for 10 damage every single turn because, of course, it does. It's the most overpowered card in the game. Flood the Earth, yeah, definitely good to burn that for the draw here. You're not going to get a whole lot of use out of that against flying beasties. It's interesting looking at the lists, the parts of it that I can read. A lot of second anniversary in every deck, pretty much.
You mean at this point you have to?
Oh, it's so
just
good.
So many neutral spells that are being played right now.
Weirdly enough, Antonio is not playing it, so I called myself out there immediately like a dummy. However, he is playing first. He's playing 2 in the main deck. And he has Dampen, so I guess it's a little less relevant for him. That's a token of some kind. Yes, okay, so that's another Hornets that came down.
It's interesting. Antonio opted to put the Tiny Island Terra in his archive. However, that card was errated. Is that right?
It was errated. It is still good against token heavy decks, so it can be good in the matchup against Lightning. However, it allows for 5 tokens on either player's board, which is really all that Khai needs if he's not playing Ding Bell, and I don't think I see a Ding Bell in this list. Yeah, I do not. Okay, so yeah, he's not playing Ding Bell, so it wouldn't be particularly relevant, but I would still maybe expect Antonio to side it in between games, just in case. Plus, it does, I believe, boost your Crab as well. I think Crab has Island as one of its...
It does, yeah.
As one of its Terra bonuses. That is a kind of gross hand that Khai has. Especially if he can get off the growth that he's been sitting on since, like, the beginning.
He's having trouble pulling Aura here.
That he is, but it doesn't seem to be hurting him all that much. And Antonio doesn't seem to be pulling Aura either. Neither of them seem to. Look at that hand. Look at that.
Yeah, a lot of cards.
That is a lot of cards.
He's accepting the defeat on the Crab there.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have to. It's not even that water is a bad play. It's just the Hornets are so devastating to it that it's tough to overcome.
Yeah. In
fact, considering Hornets are a 1-drop, I wouldn't even be opposed to seeing decks splashing Hornets for the mirror match, or not the mirror match, for the well, actually yes, the mirror match, but for the water matchup. If you have space. USO, that's a fun card. Lets you draw. You'll just dive. Got some fun effects. Let me pull up that card so I can read exactly what it does to you, because it has. I've only seen it played a few times, but every time I've seen it played, I've hated it because it's been used against me. So we go over here, take a look. USO.
And we do have a question from Hidden Level MZO. Thoughts on the viability of the poker cards as a token mechanic?
I thought I had answered that earlier, but is that a new comment?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, if that's not the comment I had mentioned earlier, they did put the token into the... sorry, not the token. They put the poker cards onto the fourth wall item list, meaning you can only have one, so you can only proc it once. Otherwise, I would say yes, it's an absolute... The to arms cards are absolutely game breaking if they don't do that. Because you could drop a bursting spiderling. Suddenly you have 10 tokens, all represented by playing cards. You drop one of the 2 arms, and you're looking at some ridiculous numbers.
I mean, definitely one of the reasons why I did want to go ahead and buy that. Kickstarter set was because of that.
Yep. And then they went, oh wait. then I'm assuming Fajir was like, maybe not. No. Oh, here comes the mailman though. That can get some work in. Especially with the fact that it has confusion. If you aren't one-shotting that boy, he's a cheeky card.
Yeah, some people
Just
were worried about
reading the Giratina EX, making sure. Is this still a token? All right, sorry. The USO card, it has an ability. 300 knots. You must say dive, 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 and plug your nose. Bookmark 1. Place this beastie under a. This part is optional. Place this beastie under an ocean or a river terra. Place this beastie back into the arena, awakened under your control at the end of your turn. So, it has some options. Something fell over. Real good here. The 4th of July promo coming down, allowing Antonio some time to set up his board state. And he has cards now. He has options. He has things he can do now that he's actually seeing some aura.
And we've got Call of the Storm and a quick dampen from Antonio. He couldn't have dampened that fast.
I understand. We don't do that here.
Very excited about that play.
Oh, yeah. Antonio's shaking. He's getting excited about this matchup. He's got a crab. He has another one in hand, and he has some other options that he can work with. Very animated players here, as opposed to us casters who are kind of on our last legs, as it were, having to get here before the tournament started.
And this could be a big change in the game pace here.
Well, you got a flying crab now, and lightning in a bottle. Yeah, that'll do it. And each time he blows something up, he gets to draw one. Kind of gross. But now that both players have aura, I think we're going to see the pace of play really pick up. Because these are both decks that require heavy investment. Ooh, the lightning split. I believe he hit the paralyze there on the crab. Yes, he did. My goodness. So that deals with your flyer. So every time that Antonio brings out something that seems like a good play, Khai just has answers to it. And the answers are just waiting in his hand. So we just call that unlucky.
Yeah, that was a 1-for-2. I mean, Antonio had to play out the Mana Ray and Lightning in a Bottle.
Oh, right. That is lake, not river. You're right.
And then Khai just answered it with a single card, so...
Yeah, now river, lake, and fog all look about the same. It's very confusing. But both players have aura pages and hands to play. It's just a matter of, who establishes their board state first. Because despite having answers to a lot of the things Antonio has had, Khai has not really been able to put pressure onto Antonio. Oh man, he hits the paralysis. That's going to be enough to kill the crab. He's just hitting the RNG that he needs.
Looks like Antonio's going to need to be a little bit explosive here in order to come back.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, he has some options in hand, but again, everything that he's done has been answered immediately by Khai.
Yeah, he'll have some time too, because Lightning Storm isn't in the arena, so Quetz will not be hitting for so much. So he's got some turns here to kind of hold a bit.
He's got some turns, but he needs something to be able to stick on the board, and right now he just doesn't have that. He can drop the Chessie, but that's going to get chunked down by the Quetz and the two Hornet tokens. But that does get you the draw.
see what Antonio opts for here.
Fatigue 2, is that going to be for Frog, potentially? Is that what we're going to see coming out? Are we going to see Wood Devil? Frog, okay. Now what? That's my question.
Yep.
That's the thing. Which trap did he put under it? I wasn't able to see it. My guess would be probably Wood Devil. I would think Wood Devil is the smarter play here because if he attacks it, Wood Devil then becomes the primary defender and has first strike. Shame you can't place multiple traps. Otherwise, you could trigger them both, maybe. In any case, that Wood Devil could be big for him. It could help him deal with the Hornet tokens, certainly. Oh, Playtester Quet's coming down. Sheesh. That is a fancy, pricey card. Ooh.
Yeah, there immediately scoops. First anniversary is not the card yet you want to see on there.
No. Because that just means that you can't activate the trap.
Yeah, I mean, with so many life points, though, Antonio had so much time. He could have definitely held his cards on for longer. Maybe went an additional 2 to 3 turns.
Potentially, but with the fact that Khai was starting to establish a board state and he didn't have immediate answers to it, and that was still game 1, you know, you're already 20 minutes in. You're not a fast deck. You don't want to be going to time with water. Lightning doesn't mind as much because it'll usually have an advantage, but yeah, for the mid to late game decks like your water decks, like your spirit control, you definitely want to be the one who's setting the pace of play. And I think, yeah, he just realized it wasn't worth it. Could he have held on? Yes. But with the 15-minute timer, not the best decision.
Well, he'll have a chance here to set the game pace because he'll be going first.
Very true. Very true, and that could be very big for water players, especially if he has a way to get down potentially a Frogman, you know, turn 2, or a Mailman. Or does he have Aura effects? Is he playing any? I'm not seeing them. Okay.
No, but he does have Absorb Aura. I didn't see anything from Khai there, so probably not the card to side deck, but I do see some Bandage Man, which was very popular at Cash's Cup, to have those in the side deck.
I think we could potentially even see Oklahoma Octopus in here, having the tokens up to some way of dealing with the Hornets. I mean, no, that doesn't sound good now that I say it out loud. But I did see a one. And a third one. Spanish just showing them off. They're all at the bottom of the deck. This is actually pretty funny, though. I'm pretty sure those were 3 distinct Bandage Mans. Another one. Okay. It's interesting now because... Let me double check. I think if either of these players lose, there's a good potential that they can't make top cut. Granted, a lot of it comes down to... X2 record might not even be good enough to make it. Usually that's the bubble, but today, maybe not. It depends how many people want to draw. Although right now we only have one person draw, and it looks like everyone else is playing it out. That is interesting. Because I do believe there's more than just 2 undefeated players.
Yeah, we do have...
Oh, no. No, there were only... Yeah, there were only 2 people who were 4-0. Okay, so yeah, it's not over yet.
Yeah, definitely have some players on that 5 and 6 table that 5, 6, and 7 table that it really matters for. kind of sneak in.
Ooh, interesting situation for some of these players, though. You have Colin Shopa, who goes by Guts Online, who's currently 2-0-2. So he has 2 wins and 2 draws, which means that he still needs to win out in order to make it in. He can't afford to take a loss here. There's actually several players who have 8 points in a similar way with 2 wins, 2 draws.
And just in case you missed it, we're now seeing Yu-Gi-Oh! On the table.
I also see Pokemon.
But now we're seeing all types of trading card games.
Yo, where's my Zatch Bell TCG? Show me some Duel Masters. Bust out the Bakugan.
Oh, it seems like Smitty is blessing them with a potential giveaway there.
Potentially. I wouldn't mind a potential giveaway headed my way, but it's all right. It's all right. It's for the players. It's for the players.
No.
Dolphin saying, "Bring in Dungeon Dice Monsters." Absolutely. the weird marble monster game. And bust out the WoW minis.
We also need maybe a correction on Dylan's name spelling.
And Dylan's what?
Dylan's name spelling. We got
Daikin.
Daikin Khai. Although a very unique name.
Daikin sounds like a Japanese vegetable. Oh, it does. Yeah, daikon. Yeah.
There you go.
We figured it out. I'm working on it. Sounds like there were some intentional draws. There was one intentional draw. Huber. Because there was only one group of people there were only 2 players that were 4-0 and could afford to ID. Yo, Plague Spreader Zombie attacking into the bandit. Weird timeline we live on. This is not the crossover I was expecting. Granted, we're getting an SCP set, so who knows, anything's possible.
And here come the Hornets again. Just consistently.
Well, as Nicolas Cage once said, not the bees. Not the bees. With about that much enthusiasm. Well, no, he had a little too much enthusiasm. Mash our 2 performances together, and that's about, probably where it should have been. With 26 minutes in round, it's going to be difficult for Antonio to do anything here.
Oh, looks like we're going to take a pause here.
Explaining something?
Looks like we have a ruling. The judge is questioning the bandage man. And he's now proclaimed you're good, so we'll continue.
I wasn't sure what the question was on the bandage man. Yes, Logan's 2 ties. I don't know if either of them are IDs. One of them definitely was not, because that one was on stream. Yeah, he did draw on stream.
Some interesting cards.
I'm not sure about the other one. Still, though, 2 draws put you in a difficult position. You have to win out. You have to play perfectly. You would have to end it 4-0-2 to make it.
Yeah, increasingly difficult as you get into these higher table brackets.
Mm-hmm. But there's nothing wrong with IDing. Honestly, if you're playing against a testing partner, someone on your team, there could be some strategy in that as well. Regardless of your opinion on whether or not it's ethical, it's a viable strategy.
What? A little confused by that one. Lightning and then the bottle of the crab?
As a defender, maybe? Potentially?
Now, Dylan's in a tough spot now because he's not drawing aura. So, unless he's going to drop some aura on the end of his turn here, this might be worrisome.
True. And honestly, if they were a bit deeper in it, I would say he could just play for time. If they were another 10 minutes in, if there were, say, 15 minutes at the beginning of round 2. And this is what we talk about with it being good that Antonio scooped when he did it, because if it had kept going, you put yourself in a position where your opponent can not necessarily slow play you, but maybe not scoop when at a point where they know they've lost.
Now I understand the question that maybe Crost had was the infectious trait for that token there.
I see. Yeah, there's almost no beasties that actually use the infectious.
Here it happens again.
Kendall, there are a good amount of fire decks here today. Some radically different. Or sorry, spirit, not fire. I'm dumb. There are several very different. We had a frost one, I believe. Thought about till you saw the price of Bloody Mary. Indeed. In fact, I believe of the multiple spirit decks that we have seen today, only one of them had a Bloody Mary in them. Granted, that one was more focused around Deer Woman and using its effect to deal 50 damage to anything that was inflicted with a status condition. So it's very cool to see that there are multiple relevant builds of an aura type that before a few weeks ago, before a month ago, nobody thought was viable in any way, shape, or form. They were doing decent early on. I'm not sure where they're at now. They're not on the stream table, but we can look into that a bit later. Certainly one more round before top cut, and I imagine we'll take a good look at who's doing what where in that one. For shame, Khai couldn't get a full play set of the Hero Quest Hornets. For shame. Spirit seems to be having a solid showing. So does Fire. Spirit and Fire both are showing up today, and it is
classic screen.
Yep. Someone either played Jersey Devil or stubbed their toe.
Antonio, a very animated player.
Oh yeah, I love Antonio. He was great. Good guy. Ooh, okay. So the thing with Water is they have, in addition to Bandage Band, they have other traps available to them. We saw the Wood Devil. We've seen First Anniversary. USO, I believe, is also a trap. So you don't necessarily know what you're swinging into. It's not like with some matchups where it's like, oh, that's a First Anniversary. Mm-hmm. That feels like a bad play, though. So with that First Anniversary active, he's can't use either of those traps. If they swing in, they just get destroyed. I don't know how I feel about that. Though, well, maybe it's less relevant if your opponent doesn't have a board state. and their beasties can't have fleet. Oh, chat, you heard the screams?
2 minutes left in round, 22 minutes.
Bats, I expect an announcement in 1 minute. 21. It's like it's a meme. It's a meme.
Okay.
What's 9 plus 10? 21? You stupid. And a couple of us in the community have just started saying 21 like idiots every now and then.
Just like the dampen?
Bats included.
Just like the dampen? When they go dampen,
Dampen. Sounds like Mickey Mouse, though. Dampen. As long as this is the King of the Chill tournament, I suppose I should be talking like a member of the great state of Texas. I sell Metazoo and Metazoo. Thank you, Bats. We got our 21. We got our 21. Can I get some 21s in chat? I would really appreciate it. We got one. That's all I need. That's all I need to feel validated. Yep, he's gonna realize right now
And more infectious tokens.
Wait. Is that what is that trap? I'm a little confused at the interaction that just happened because I think there was some confusion amongst the players of traps being available for use. But there's a judge over there, so I trust that. Discretion.
Still talking about it.
Yep. Yo, need me to be a Metazoo voice actor? I would love that. Mike, I know you're watching this and not the streams that you promoted yesterday, but no, I kid. I would love to be involved in Metazoo as a voice actor in any capacity, really, and that's something I talked to Mike about over a year ago now. At this point, obviously those discussions haven't gone anywhere simply because there's nothing out yet. But hey, hopium, hopium, as they say. And speaking of hopium, you got to think Dylan's probably looking for a little bit right now as well.
Yeah, both players still sitting at 1,000 though. So, I mean, the crab.
Both players sitting at 1,000, but a very, very established board state for Antonio here. Well, not very, but
we see it time and time again. They're just hands that could come up that he can just quickly take over. Are you ready? And as Antonio plays the USO, fatigue, that will also be fatiguing out. So this way, Tuffy could come back.
Solid transition. 10 out of 10. Tuffy, I can't help but notice you have some cards there.
Oh yeah.
You just have cards. They aren't related to anything.
I'll show them to you later.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure if there was something that we should tell chat about or anything.
So it looks like Khai took down a game.
Yes, Khai did win the first one. It was still, both players still had high life point counts at the time when Antonio scooped, but it had already been, like 25 plus minutes, and Khai just had answers to every single thing that Antonio was trying to do.
That is a miss on the paralyzed, so that was...
That is, but it does take out the USO.
So what do you think is under the crab, or did you get to see? Is it Wood Devil or First Anniversary?
Well, it could also be Bandage Man. Or the fact that he's been leaving up 2 aura, though, makes me think Wood Devil. Although, I mean, yeah, it could be Bandage Man, but I think...
Bloody Bones.
Bloody Bones? I don't think he's playing Bloody Bones.
Is he not playing?
He's not playing Bloody Bones.
Okay, all right.
And good luck figuring out what Kai's playing with his handwriting.
Oh, there's a Call of the Storm.
Ooh, Call of the Storm. It's the dampen there. It is not.
But Antonio does have Smoky Spirits, so he's able to kind of combat that a little bit.
He does have that. In addition, he also has the Trap Under Crab. So if one of those boys swings at Wallowa Lake Station. I know, we're not seeing that. Okay, swinging into the chassis in the back. Yeah, Mario's Lightning Aura? Mario's Lightning Aura is the best one.
So he could have actually blocked with the crab to the Quetz, like taking a chance on getting it paralyzed, but
I think the crab is his best answer to his other beasties.
That was kind of a waste.
Or he has the Smokies.
That was almost a waste of a Smoky Spirit before then.
What, to keep the chassis alive?
Oh, was it? Okay, it attacked the chassis. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
I think he was going for the paralyzed on it.
This doesn't look too bad for Antonio here.
No, Antonio's has... yes, there'll still be another round after this. And then we have Top Cut. So, Antonio's looking a lot more well-established here than he was previously. Mm-hmm. He got out some big cards and big plays, but Khai just had the counter in his hand every single time. It was a pretty gross game one.
What are the tokens, or what is that token?
That token is from Bandage Man.
Okay.
It is infectious.
Yep.
And I think they were trying to figure out, there was a judge question earlier, and I'm assuming it was if a token, or if he kills a token, does he still make a token? Because I believe he killed one of the Hornet tokens.
Yeah, it's any beastie. So it has 30 damage on it then?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, I'm caught up now. So Yeah, it actually doesn't look too bad at all for Antonio here.
Yeah, I think Antonio is
he
going
does
to
have a-
take game 2.
He does have a frog in his hand too. So he could just go ahead and play the frog, have up these blockers, swing with the Chessie.
But I think he knows. Here's the thing: because he's down a game, I think he has to be aggressive. I don't think he can afford to leave things up as blockers. I think he needs to attack at every opportunity that he can.
Yeah, but if he's able to start his next turn with a frog in play, then he's pretty far ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a direct answer to the quads. That's probably what I would go for.
That is a direct answer, but at the same time, if he drops Lightning Storm or something and is able to take out Crab, then you're in a rough spot.
Yeah, but I think you just have to try, you know.
Well, that's certainly a choice, certainly an option.
He could block with the token and the crab and make the token blocker number 1.
That's not how that works. Your opponent allocates. Remember?
For the paralyzed.
Oh yes.
That is how that works.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like he would have to deal all the damage to the token.
May
before
I
he could do
remind
the thing.
you, good sir, I am a master MZO.
Fair. Oh right, he does have hand traps, or well, traps in hand, and now they're in play.
Hand traps. Oh man! All right. That is a hand.
That is. Do you know we only had one pair of players that was 4-0 this round? Of course they
Really?
ID'd. Yes, I didn't.
Because there's so many draws.
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you the exact reason. There were a bunch of draws though.
Yeah, there were a lot of ID or unintentional draws during this tournament. So
UDs. Yeah, no, that Frogman's out. How is it alive? If he attacked it with Quetz, that would just kill it. I know
So
he blocked with the token.
So the token soaked up most of the damage.
The token's currently in the
Why he didn't attack with the Chessie?
potentially leaving Chessie up as a secondary blocker in case his opponent had lightning. I'm not sure. Could have also just forgotten.
Yeah, I don't think they realize how much time is left in the round right now too. Like there's not a whole lot of time left.
No. But he has left that frog. He was able to keep the Frogman alive.
Yep. Now Antonio's gonna go ham. Hamtonio?
Antonio. Though I do have a question for you, Mr. Master MZO. Is the trap not supposed to flip face up the second that the beastie's targeted?
Yes. Yes, it is.
So what's going on
So
there?
they missed the trap activation.
Yep. Not the first time they've messed up on traps. They tried to. I think Antonio forgot that first anniversary turns off traps a little while ago.
Actually, it does not turn them off.
Really?
Yes.
You
It
can still use
nullifies
them?
the trait,
Right.
but when they're attacked or
Wouldn't they be flip face up and then destroyed immediately because they
No.
don't have the trap trait?
nope,
No?
nope.
Rulings, everybody. Rule index. Traps need an overhaul.
Yes, traps are still underplayed. I do really like seeing people actually playing them, but they are seriously underplayed and underrated. Because there's a lot of things that you can do, like index for a Wood Devil and play it as a trap on the same turn, because you're not contracting. So, all right, there's a Quetz coming down, swinging at the frog. This is when the trap activates. Yep. So Krost is pointing that out. The trap now activates.
All right, what's it going to be? Yep, that's the USO.
USO. So it becomes the trap actually becomes the primary blocker. And this is one of the reasons why Lightning basically took Water's place as the best deck in the format for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, like, these tokens just...
They're oppressive.
Yeah,
they're oppressive as all heck.
They're each a threat to the frog.
Yeah.
So...
Wait, if he defended with crab, should that not have activated the trap, or does that not how that works?
No.
Okay, so it has to be targeted.
attacked.
It has to be
Yes,
targeted.
yes.
We're learning because nobody plays traps and nobody knows how they work.
Yep.
Oh, he realized he had a token in limbo. Womp womp.
No, I love traps. Like, Bandage Man has been something that I champion.
Yeah, you were beating
quite
the
a bit.
Bandage Man drum for a while there.
Yeah. Bloody Bones for a little bit, too. Just because you could contract Aura on your opponent's turn.
Also, it just looks cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Actually, it reminds me of a
A magic card?
No. But there is one.
Of course there is.
No, Bloody Bones reminds me of, what is it? Hellraiser. I forgot which one that is, but there was a...
I don't know my Hellraiser villains, I'll be real.
Yeah, it wasn't a main... Well, he was kind of a main villain. But anyways, back to Metazoo, where the magic... Where the magic is real.
The magic is real and the monitor loves to fall over. That one was not my fault. Some of the other ones were, that one wasn't.
Alright, so it looks like he is attacking with the Quetz into the crab, activated the trap. Now he's checking for Paralyze on the Bandage Man. Paralyzed... Oh wait, no, missed the Paralyze on the Bandage Man. So Bandage Man actually has first strike, I believe. So that's going to freeze the Quetz. Bandage Man is going to deal damage, so he gets to draw a card.
Why? Why, monitor?
Alright.
It was working. I mean, some
Scoot the chair in?
physical technical. I did, yeah.
Oh. Alright, this is an interesting spot for Antonio here. Two Quetz, and there's already one Quetz in the in the limbo. Now he brings out the mailman, the dreaded mailman, and attaches a manta ray. So he's attaching a manta ray to the mailman now. I think that was actually a mistake because he could have actually attacked with the manta ray into the other Quetz and killed that Quetz.
Does the Quetz not have first strike anymore?
So Quetz
Did I miss
does
something?
have first strike.
Okay.
But Manta Ray ignores it. Manta Ray ignores first strike.
Interesting.
Yep, that's why most water decks used to always play the, I think it's a River that gives it plus 20 attacks. So then you can one-shot a Quetz.
Does kind of feel like we might be seeing...
So I think
maybe not. I was going to say we might see a draw, but...
I think this was more of a punt because he could have actually attacked with the Manta Ray, killed the Quetz, and then... Oh wait, no, Power Up Red is sitting on the token.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he attacked
I think
with...
He attacked
the
into the token.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he attacked the token.
To get the confusion on it.
Yep. So he... it seems like Dylan... rolled a heads for the confusion, so the token lived, but it's still here one of these days. And then rolled a 1 for Paralyze, so he missed the Paralyze.
Crab rolls back for its own Paralyze. Was that a 1 or
That's a 0/0, so...
That might have been one of the Pokemon dice that has the set symbol on it.
Yeah.
Fusion Strike, maybe? Trying to think which ones had 2 circles.
So there's still only 5 minutes left in this game, so I don't know. I think this is Danger Will Robinson territory.
Now we are. I don't think Antonio's walking away from this one with the W, but I do think it is possible for him to take us to a draw. That's a good start.
Yeah. Well, the only way that. Well, yeah. I don't
This
know.
almost feels. If you're water, what do you side for this matchup? Torrential Rivers, maybe?
So in
I mean,
this,
not based on what he has, but in an ideal scenario, if you had properly teched for it.
so Beast of
what are the
Busco-
best options?
Beast of Busco is a really good option.
Okay.
You're able to take care of the Hornet tokens, as well as turning 2 lightning in a bottles into killing all of your opponent's Quetzes, and also you can bend your finger in a certain position when you put your palm on Beast of Busco to where you touch Beast of Busco and you get to blow it up. You draw a card, but also deal 50 damage to your opponent's cards. Because Beast of Busco, any card that you're able to touch when you put your palm on the top of it, automatically destroys them and you draw a card for each. So if you touch itself,
But that's I don't know that I like that idea because it's
you get a one use out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise, your opponent's just going to kill it.
But then you're forcing them to kill it, and I'd rather force them to have to answer it personally.
I'd
Personally,
rather draw a card while I'm killing my opponent's card.
Oh yeah, water, because water is so lacking in cards that let them draw.
And it works really well with cards like Bandage Man, to where you have sometimes you'll have a field of like 2 or 3 Bandage Man that are about to die and your opponent's not really wanting to kill them, and then you're like, okay, Beast of Busco, use it, kill my Bandage Man, draw a card for each. Or Oklahoma Octopus, make 8 tokens, swing.
See, that seems like a much better strat
And
than
then draw
blowing up
8
your own
cards.
Beast of Busco.
Well, actually, you draw 9 cards because you're gonna blow up your Beast of Busco anyway. So
Let the poor Beast of Busco live. Can I get some F's in chat for Beast of Busco? Because Tuffy keeps killing his.
I love Beast of Busco.
No, you love to kill it.
Yeah.
That would be like me saying I love
here
Frogman.
comes-
It's like, no, I love killing Frogman.
Here comes Frogman with another
with
trap
another
underneath it.
one.
This is awesome. I love this.
But is the trap something that is going to be relevant enough? And
First anniversary takes away flying from Manta Ray as well, and his crab does
who
not
cares?
get to. I know, but this can be relevant if. Let's see. So it looks like.
it could potentially be relevant, but at the same time,
Okay, Dylan cited in 4 lighting in a box. That's what makes it relevant. Like,
did he? I haven't seen any. I don't know that he actually cited them in.
yeah, he 100% cited him in.
Well, in any case, he left up the Bandage Man.
Witch's Lightning, that is really good here.
Yeah, Khai's just had answers across the board. By the way, this game's been going for like 20 minutes and no one has taken any damage to their life points.
And we only have 1 minute and 30 seconds here left in this game.
There might be a time extension. I believe they had to stop to question something at some point.
So if there's a time extension, like, there's still a chance for Antonio here because, okay, now we're having a ruling. No drama. Yeah. So Frog is
Antonio
taking
seems
40.
to continuously forget that first anniversary affects him as well. I think he was trying to argue that's the crab at stone skin there, but it don't be like that, my guy.
Yeah, it looks like he has his last Quetz in his hand too. So this last Quetz being in Dylan's hand, this is kind of going for it.
Yeah. That I believe is the
Phantom
card. Yeah.
But now Manta Ray swings and kills Quetz, and then Frog can hit the car, and he can hold up Mailman as a blocker if he wants to. I think Antonio's going to get this. So there's a tiny island in Antonio's hand. It's not really relevant.
No, it's not. I think you put it in this matchup in case your opponent is playing the ding bells, but Khai's not. So
I still wouldn't put it in. This is better.
then, you're not saying you're taking out Smoky Spirits, but it also boosts the power of your crab.
Does it boost the power and the toughness, or just the power?
I think power. I think it boosts the damage and the life.
Okay, all right.
I believe it
LP's
does both.
fine then.
Yeah. In any case, like, no, you wouldn't take out Smoky Spirits for it. Certainly not. But there's other things that you could probably drop, like Flood the Earth.
They have a 1 minute extension.
Flood the Earth is not relevant in this matchup. You know.
Right. Yeah, especially since first anniversary doesn't take away flying, so Flood just doesn't really kill much of anything now.
Right. It can kill Car. And that's it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Could also kill his own Wood Devil.
I wonder if Antonio realizes he can attack the Quetz. There's the tiny island. There's the lightning. Oh, he's gonna... Wait, what? Why is he not attacking the... Oh, Quetz is a frog.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. He
like, wait a minute. And there's another Quetz.
block with crabs?
Block with everything, why not?
Well, no, you definitely block with the crab because if it has plus 10 HP or plus 10 LP,
It has effectively plus 20.
yeah, so it doesn't die to a Quetz damage.
It's math time, baby. I like, you had to pull out the calculator just to double check exactly what we were saying.
But here's the deal.
But if he lands paralysis.
If he lands paralysis, then that's going to kill the frog.
Mm-hmm. I believe he still could kill Frog. You only have to allocate as much as their max life points are. Even if it doesn't kill it, even if he misses the paralysis, I think he still kills Frog here. So it's hitting 90 plus an extra 20.
That's true. That's true.
You know?
Yeah, it does still kill.
Oh, and he hit the paralysis anyway, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah. Yeah, that just...
Is he not dead? Is he not dead?
It should be.
Was that a Thunderbird and not a Quetz that he put out? No. Okay, it was. A little hard to tell sometime with the glare, and then, yep. There goes the frog. Yeah, not much you can do when the draws are going against you, you know? Again, forgetting the trap underneath Frogman, though.
This is coming down to the
Okay, yeah,
wire.
they're having to run it back for a second. Yeah, I thought so. They forgot about the trap underneath the Loveland Frogman.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, reversible game state.
Yep.
Warning to both players. Wood Devil.
Wow. That's huge.
How did he forget about that?
So now they have to roll for first strike.
They sure do. How does this work with defenders now, though?
Wood Devil becomes a defender,
Okay.
and then you can also still block with the crab.
Okay. Would he have to declare that now, or would he do it after the trap interaction?
It would be after.
After?
Well,
Okay.
no. So first strike happens when combat happens.
Uh-huh.
So the trap. So Wood Devil flips.
Do not. You explain, I'll fix.
So Wood Devil flips, and then you can declare another blocker if you want, and then that's when first strike. That's when first strike rolls out.
Oh, imagine if that little reversal there is enough to change the outcome of this match.
I think it is. I think that Antonio is going to get there because of life points. So I think they're gonna have an unintentional draw.
Another one. It's strange that Khai's deck has gone as slow as it has. Right?
Yeah.
It feels like his deck should be a bit faster, but obviously that just hasn't happened. So I'm still trying to figure out what exactly happened, or what exactly is happening. Okay, so I think Antonio may have had Crab as a primary changed the Crab to make it the primary defender.
I believe that could be how
Missed
the
paralysis.
paralyzed. Missed the this
That's
is
big.
huge.
That's big.
Antonio's going to get there on life points.
And the Frog survived the turn as a result of all that.
Okay, so I'm not sure what extra turn this is. If they are in extra, yeah, they're in extra turns now.
They're definitely an extra turn.
So
but it's
extra
just, I
turn
just don't know
number
which one.
So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So Antonio is going to get this turn and one more turn, and then that's going to be it. So I think Antonio just got there. He was able to awaken with his Frogman as well. So Frog is going to probably hit. It's probably going to hit the quads.
I mean, what else would it hit?
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, I don't think he realizes Manta Ray yet, but
He doesn't need to attack, I don't think. Or he doesn't need to kill one of the Quets. I think he can just swing in now. I mean, Khai
yeah,
can...
I would be safe about it. I would just go ahead and kill that Quetz. So attack with the Wood Devil, assign 10 damage to the Quetz, kill it, and then 80, 35, 50, so 165, and then 15 from the Wood Devil.
And he's just going for it. He's swinging it with everything.
180 damage, and Khai cannot like make up for. He can't get there because all of his Quetzes are gone.
Yeah.
So he has no more real reach. And yeah,
I think he's trying to
Antonio gets this.
figure out if he has anything. Yeah, it's going to be another unintentional draw. This could be a very interesting top cut.
Yeah, this top cut is going to be insane.
Oh, he has a Quetz.
Oh, I thought it was out of Quetz.
No, he's got a Quetz, but that's not going to do enough damage.
Yeah, especially when Antonio has Crab.
Yeah, he still has another turn. Well, and he still has another turn.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
if we
this
put a
is-
Power Up Red, hit him for 190.
That's all she wrote, folks.
I think
is
so.
A unintentional draw for both of them.
I'm not 100 on that yet. His hand could just be lightning in a bottles.
No, it ain't.
Copium. We huff copium here. I just don't want to live in a world where Frog is good again. Please. Don't make me do it. Okay. He's swinging it. Are they not on turns? Does he just...
Yeah, they're on turns.
Are you sure about that?
I don't understand why Khai is still playing here, but you know, you gotta give it to the man. He goes down fighting.
I wonder what the rest of his hand is. I'm seeing some glimpses of it, but I don't know. think I saw a lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, this is. Oh, he's trying to wake up. It doesn't. It doesn't matter. Like, he has to roll for scare.
Unless
And then it's also
Antonio
confused.
was turned 0.
So he has to roll for scare, and it's confused. So there's still a lot to that.
Man, it is a crazy looking. Yeah, okay. Yeah, he knows.
All right, so unintentional draw, and we're going to be moving on to the last round of Swiss here soon.
Man, that was pretty intense.
That was really intense. That's
Especially-
why I love this matchup sometimes, because it can be really, really close like this.
Well, and that's a draw on table 5, so that's going to be your, theoretically your 9th and 10th place players there.